So it turns out that people weren't the only ones surprised by last week's sudden snowfall. The weird weather stunned hundreds of South Texas Pelicans as well. And our border correspondent Oscar Margain explains how some quick-thinking rescuers saved their lives on that snowy night.
Often found on each side of this busy two-way road, pelican carcasses lay to rot. The carcasses lay along State Highway 48, which crosses through the Bahia Grande Bay. It's a wetland near the Texas-Mexico border where people like to fish and many animals call home, including the once endangered brown pelican.
They'll be flying along level flight and shoom, down they go to the road.
A phenomenon that Dr. Thomas DeMar has studied before.
So they're basically headed home at the end of the day after fishing all day, and they cross this bridge.
Crossing the bridge is one thing. Doing it as cold fronts bring gusty winds is another thing for these pelicans. Take a look at this video captured Thursday by a local pelican rescuer ahead of the Texas snowfall. The pelicans struggle to make it across to the northern side where they typically roost. This one is forced to land on the eastbound lane.
They just kind of go and they drop and then they just kind of stand there and they're like, well, I'm out of the wind now, this is okay, and then they get hit by a car.
Justin LeClaire believes the Jersey barriers on the road caused the winds to push the pelicans to the ground. This issue prompted local activists like Justin and Dr. DeMar to create the Pelican team. This time around, they saved nearly 200.
It gives me goosebumps. I wish that every conservation effort had this kind of outpouring of local success.
Saving these animals is not only important to environmentalists, but also vital to the local tourism. It's one of the reasons the Vermont native, like other birds, migrated here.
And I don't get paid for this, but this is more rewarding than any work that I do.
Now, Justin and the rest of the Pelican team are holding meetings with the Texas Department of Transportation to find a more permanent solution to the problem. But until they find that solution, these signs will have to do. In Brownsville, near the Texas-Mexico border, I'm Oscar Margain reporting.
Well, you don't see that often around here, pelicans on the road, but in further south, I guess that makes sense.
That was some beautiful photography.
Just about to say that.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Those sunsets?
Yes,
Yeah.
and the pelicans in flight.
Gorgeous.
So he was down near Brownsville, right?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
just beautiful. Good stuff.